Hello everyone, Devin90K here, and today a new forum post just updated detailing the Better Mayors update. It's currently on alpha, and we're going to go ahead and go through the forum post that they just did. So we're going to go ahead and look at the TLDR. This gives a quick summary of everything. All the runner-up candidates will now have a minister, allowing them to get one of their perks activated if they get second place. They're adding in 4 perks per mayor now. Diaz now has new perks. And there's a new carnival event for Foxy, and there's also a lot more that we're going to go over in the video. Let's go ahead and go over to the minister system. So as you can see, there are stars that show you which will be the minister perk if they get second place, which will be the active perk. Special mayors will not become ministers, which is just part of the system. I don't know why that is, it's just how it is. And ministers will not show up in the election after they are elected, and ministers will keep their perks when they do show up again and can still roll for additional perks. So now they're adding in 4th perks, which will increase the chances of more perks. So now there's going to be 2 perks guaranteed for 50%, 3 perks 50%, 4 perks 8%, instead of 1, 2, 3, 50, 58, or I guess now it would be 45. But still, they're not going to be adding 4th perks to special mayors like Derpy. So Aatrox and Paul will not be getting 4th perks, but that can change later on in the updates. But we can go ahead and look at some of the ones that do have it. But before we look at that, they're going to be doing testing for private and public voting. It's kind of strange because they think they'll end up preferring the public voting, but we don't really know because they want us to not plan. They want it to be public so that we can plan for a minister. Let's go ahead and look at some of the new perks. So for Marina, we get Double Trouble, which is for every 1% of sea creature chance, gain 0.1% chance to double hook sea creatures. That means double hook chances becoming a stat, and giant fishing rod and double hook attribute have been updated. If we look at Diana, now we have up to 3 XP shared pets active at once, and XP share rate is increased to 10%. There's a quick rework that's happening. They're doing, rather than using XP share items, you can simply use a menu to choose which pet you want the XP share with. Your share rate also goes up by 0.2% per taming level for a maximum of 12 at level 60. And you will only have 1 active XP share slot. When Diana's office with their sharing caring perk, 2 more XP slots will be enabled. So just allowing for 3. We have active slots, which are green, which are getting XP share. Empty slots are yellow, so that slots are currently enabled but have no pets considered empty. And inactive slots are red, meaning that slots are disabled. Now what's happening to the XP share item, instead of enabling the system as a whole, it boosts the effectiveness of pets receiving XP share. So this kind of does remove some of the pricing, so I would recommend selling some of your XP shares, unless if they might not be as useful now, since the main point was that they enable you to passively earn that. So it'll probably become less profitable to grind for those. You can also now favorite pets so that they appear at the top, which is a big quality of life improvement. If we look at Finnegan over here, they believe that he was underwhelming, so they're adding in a new perk, which is Blooming Business. Garden visitors will get a fine flower and appear more often, and high rarity visitors will show up and provide more copper. Fine flower will allow you to gain 12 wheat fortune after you get 3,000 of them, and 5 health if you can give them to Carolyn and Scarleton. And 4 new visitors are being added, which are the Baker, Vinyl Collector, Pest Wrangler, and Ravenous Rhino. But the Ravenous Rhino is a new mythic one, and that will now allow you to get more dedication for books, which will now allow you to get more dedication for books than just the librarian. There's now a few more items being added while the Pet Apocalypse is active. We have a Stingy Cheese, which gives bonus pest chance instead of reducing pest chance. Brown Bandana, which increases pest chance for every pest bestiary tier unlocked. And Pest Vest, which increases pest chance again and decreases, but it also decreases the spawn cooldown of pests by 20%, increasing the amount of pests spawned. So now let's go ahead and look at Cole. He's getting Molten Forge, which is reducing forge time. They're updating the Mining Fiesta to grant 75% wisdom during the day, and they're making it last for 7 days each with 2 times drops and unique extra loot. Refined minerals aren't used for a lot, so they are introducing a new items such as the Sapphire Cloak, and Glossy Gemstones are also used in many of these. We'll be getting Mithril Equipment, Titanium Equipment, Gemstone Equipment, Devon Powder Coating, Gleaming Crystal Reforge, Glossy Mineral Armor, Glossy Mineral Talisman, and we're going to be getting some crafting recipes too. But if we look at the Sapphire Cloak, we can see that we're gaining mining speed and mining fortune. So this will now have a different alternate cloak that you can use instead of just maybe like a ancient cloak, I believe. So this is just an alternative because this will increase mining fortune and crystal hollows. Let's go ahead and look at Foxy. So there is actually a new thing that they're adding for him. He was the most underwhelming mayor, which is what they said. They're updating all of his perks, such as Sweet Benevolence, which increases chance of getting candy and gifts by 30%. A Time for Giving, which is party chests and party gifts can be attained while the event is active. And they're getting a new event perk, which is a Carnival perk, which will schedule a carnival in the hub, which is active throughout the entire year, which will allow you to earn tokens and gain special items. I believe this is going to be a great change and will be very enjoyable. I'll cover this once it comes out on the alpha server. Party chests and party gifts are a combination of some of his other perks, and Sweet Benevolence is a combination of some of his previous perks. But that's honestly pretty nice that they're adding this. Party chests earned throughout Spooky Festival, including the hour before and after the event, and they outright replace Trick or Treat chests, giving some bonus loot, which is going to be quite nice. Here are the new drop chances. If you just want to pause and look, you can go ahead and see. And you can also gain them by killing winter sea creatures while on Jerry Island, which is going to be pretty cool. Here's more drop chances. We've got Carnival Gloves, Carnival Cloak, Snowman Mask, Carnival Top Hat, Carnival Ticket, and Red Gift items. These are all new items, or most of these are new items, and these will be quite interesting to gain, so I recommend trying to go for these once he becomes mayor. And we're also buffing the loot pool, so now we can get, instead of 4 ectoplasm, we can now get 6, and it's just increasing the amount of loot you get. So now let's go ahead and look at the carnival. This is probably one of the main things of the update of the Better Mayors, which is going to be really cool. We have 3 games in it, requiring 5 tickets to play. Every day, the carnival leader will give out 25 tickets for free, and he's located at the entrance of the carnival while the event is active. These can be earned by participating in many of Skyblock's events, such as party chests, party gifts, Jacob's farming contest, spooky festivals, fishing festivals, and it does not need to be active for players to earn carnival tickets, which is interesting, so you can go ahead and start building these up. They're also soulbound, so that means you have to gain them yourself. You can't just buy them. We're going to have some rates over here. If you have a diamond medal, you gain 3 tickets. If you get gold or platinum, you get 2. If you get silver or bronze, you get 1 for farming. Spooky Festival top 50 is 50. Emerald is 35. Diamond is 25. Gold is 20. Iron is 15. Stone is 10. And wood is 5. And for fishing festivals, it's a small drop rate from the different types of sharks, and they all drop 1. And for party chests, you get a 20% chance from party chests and 1.2 from party gifts. And they're not going to be granting carnival tickets for Jacob's farming contest, and the drop rate from sharks is affected by magic find and looting. So you can go ahead and start getting on that. So here's some of the games that they're adding, which is probably the most cool part. When we have fruit digging, up to 10 fruits from a sand pit to earn a high score. Each fruit gives a different amount of points, and most of them have a unique effect to earn even more or less points. You can also catch a fish, catching as many as possible before time runs out, looking onto them and holding and clicking them to reel them in. There are different types that give different amounts of points and harder to catch. There's a zombie shootout game, which will be using your trusted carnival dart tube to kill as many zombies as you can in shooting gallery before time runs out. Higher tier zombies reward more points, but of course run faster. Zombies have a high chance of spawning as a baby zombie, reward double the points, but run even faster, and redstone lamps will occasionally light up in the gallery. Make sure to shoot them for extra points. There's no Skyblock XP tied to each game, so you can grind out your favorite one. Each of the 3 carnival games are scored in points, and earning 100 points gives you 1 token. Tokens can be used to spend at the mask shop or event shop, both found at the carnival, and they are exclusively used at these places. So you can get like a mask bag for 250 tokens, and the mask shop sells 6 additional carnival masks on top of the one you already found throughout Skyblock. Each mask has a niche ability, so just try to collect them all is what they're saying. But if you go ahead and look at it, you can store them in your mask bag just for storage. You can also look at the event shop to sell perks for various Skyblock calendars. and purchase them for permanent buffs. So we have Candy Scavenger. We have Candy Scavenger, which allows more candy during events. We have Spooky Hook, which increases spooky sea creature chance. We have Purple Vogue, which increases chance for purple candy, and Trick or Treat Enthusiast, which increases chance of finding Trick or Treat chest and party chest. There's also Jerry Workshop stuff such as Present Connoisseur for more gifts during the season of Jerry, Icy Hook for more Winter Sea creatures, Red Fad for more red gifts, and Personal Gifter for more coins and skill XP from gifts. There's also Mining Fiesta and Fishing Festivals, so we're going to look at those. Refined Mine for 10% extra chance to find refined minerals and glossy gemstones. Fortune Festivity for 25 mining fortune during fiestas. 6% more mithril powder with Powder Hoarder during mining fiestas, and Titanium Tenacity, which increases chances of finding titanium. There's also Fishing Prodigy, which increases fishing wisdom. Shark Sonar, which increases chance to find sharks. Denture Collector, which allows you to increase your chance from dropping shark teeth. And Embranchia, however you pronounce this, which increases chance for shark. And whatever this is, which increases chance for sharks to drop shark fin during the festivals. They're going to be tracking stats for all Carnival game attempts, and each time one is held, Chantel offers refresh objectives for players to complete for significant rewards. There's also going to be a singing fish added during the Carnival games, and once the Carnival ends, these are automatically sent to your event reward menu based on your score. There's going to be campaign posters, which you can access the list of tasks and your completion towards them via the Centurion PC in the hub, and completing these tasks will earn the players a campaign poster on the main network. That is about all there is to this update, except we do need... Oh, shit. So that was all just Foxy. So now we get to look at Diaz, which is a complete overhaul of this one. So we now have volume trading, which is double the item quantity from Shin's auctions and special and Rift Shin on the mayor. On the year Diaz was elected, and 2 additional special items will be available. There's also stock exchange, which is bringing more stock of stonks into circulation. So this might go ahead and drop the prices, so I would recommend selling them soon. That way you can make the most money you can from them. Talk to Diaz when she's elected with this perk to bid for stock of stonks. But this could also end up making you more money if you buy them, since you do have to bid on stock of songs. You can trade them in for some cool new items. So actually I was wrong. Definitely go ahead and invest in stock of songs for right now. There's a long-term investment perk which will appear, and the elected minister will appear in the next election with all their available perks, which will be an interesting perk to say the least. I'm not gonna lie. With more Shins, the volume trading perk will do 3 things: double the number of Shins auctions, double the number of items at all Shins auctions for that year, and a new permanent item will be added to Shin Special. This is going to be interesting to look at, but this only really applies to late game players. So go ahead and just check that out if you're late game. There's also going to be stock of stonks usage. This will introduce significantly more into the economy, but will allow you to trade them for some new items, such as golden fragments, which can upgrade the Daedalus axe, Midas sword, Midas staff. Can also upgrade different things, such as an Avarice chalice, which will allow you to upgrade Emerald ring, Emerald artifact, or upgrade Crown of Greed into Crown of Avarice. And there's going to be freshly minted coins, which is at 1 stock of stonks, kept at 5,000 purchases every 4 hours, which is used to obtain Scavenger Ring Artifact and Ring Artifact Relic of Coins, and Scavenger 6 for 20 stock of stonks. So it's going to be adding an actual use for stock of stonks now, which is kind of cool. So here's how you attain them. You need to bid on them, and you'll gain a certain amount. So it looks like if you bid any amount of coins, you'll gain some of these. If you're in the top 100, you'll gain the most. If you bid any amount, I believe you'll just gain 1, which is kind of cool. So just make sure to bid every time she's in office. Something insane this relic of coins will have a 1 in 40,444 of dropping a stock of stonks every 60 seconds, which honestly is pretty cool because that will allow you to make a lot of money passively. So definitely try to get your hand on that as soon as you can. And as you can see here, winning any item at auctions will give you 10 stock of stonks, and Aurelia is the NPC, which allows you to increase the amount of coins you put on your Midas sword and staff, and upgrade Midas items with golden fragments, then sync coins accordingly to make the item's ability stronger. This will be at the trade center. And for the final change, we have Derpy. Here we go. So Derpy is hijacking the thread to tell him he's no longer closing the AH. Instead, you're going to be paying more tax while the AH is open. So that's just a quick change. So just go ahead and make sure you look at that. And then we already went over the campaign posters. And that is about it for this update. This is a lot of changes. As you can see scrolling through it, it's quite a lot. So make sure once this update comes out, you start playing a ton. That way you can get access to all the new items, things that they're adding. This will be a really cool update. Make sure you play. And if you did enjoy this video, thank you so much for watching. And remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.